You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Happy Friday. Man, I'm sure happy you're here. I'm not, by the way. As you get this program today, if it's in the morning on a Friday, I am in an airplane flying to Edinburgh, Virginia. Somehow magically using the Wi-Fi. And no, I'm not. I pre-recorded this thing because I'm trying to manage my time throughout the holiday season. By the way, I try to do that all the time. And today, I'm going to give you a different look at time management. It's going to sound very familiar when we get through this. And for you to apply it to your life might be a bit of a challenge, but I'll give you some ideas how we can do that today. So if time management is your thing, you wonder, how can I have the time to do what I love to do? Hang on. We'll talk about it. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. Because you all need it. I mean, really, truly do. This world comes at us sometimes. I hate to say it. Scott, stay positive. That is positive. It's the world just kind of comes at you. People just doing their thing. And I don't think it's a bad thing in many cases. I think people are just busy, bumping into each other, right? So you have to make a conscious decision that, okay, I'm going to get bumped into, and be happy about it, and be positive about it, and still get what you want in life. That's what this show's all about, to give you a little bit of a boost. And I promise you this, I walk my talk every single day. If I get down, if I get knocked around, I still say, okay, nope, it's not going to work. Let's fix it. How are you? My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Yep, I'm in Edinburgh. My mom is going to be 91 in January. Now, she tells me she's going to live to be at least, well, it was 105 last night, what she told me. And she's been very healthy. Generally speaking, just like me, just nothing major going on, even really, frankly, nothing minor going on. But she had a little UTI. It set her off, kind of threw her back a little bit this year. But she's doing great right now. And she said, okay, you can come visit. Don't come and visit when I'm sick. Come visit me when I'm feeling good. That sounds like my mom, because it sounds like me. So that's where I am in Edinburgh this weekend. If you're up there, feel my vibe. All right, before we get going today, I have one question for you. How do you want to feel? This is a cool question. I've been asking this for many, many years, and I ask it on coaching calls all the time. I'll be talking to a client, and they'll be complaining. You know what they do. Well, okay. They will say, I don't want to sound like I complain. And I said, well, it sounds like you're complaining. Well, I'm really not complaining. I said, sounds like you are. And eventually I'll say, well, let me ask you a question. How do you really want to feel about this? Well, I don't want to feel like I'm complaining. And that's cool. That's why I ask you to ask the question. So maybe you can think about it right now. And then when we get off this podcast, when you're sitting there doing nothing at the stoplight, whatever, before you go on to another podcast, I want you to say, how do I want to feel? And let's frame it. Coming in the holiday season. It's busy. It's crazy. But how do you want to feel? Do you want to get caught up in the busyness of the season, or do you want to be relaxed? Do you want to enjoy the spirituality of the season? How do you want to feel? I will promise you this. You'll have a really good chance of feeling that way if you at least think about what you want. How do you want to feel? Time management. We need to talk about time management. Time management. Is that even possible? I don't think so. In my entire life, I've always found it really interesting that there never seems to be enough time in the day, yet some days the days seem really long. You ever notice that? There's no rhyme or reason why it happens. At least I didn't think so for the longest time. Still, most days, everything seems to get done, no matter how long or short it feels. If it doesn't, the world doesn't end. I learned that a long time ago. Have you learned that lesson yet? That oftentimes the things you think must get done today, just if you don't do them, it's okay till tomorrow. Sometimes you never have to do them, and it's still okay. Just saying. Surviving to check off another item from my to-do list tomorrow. Because time management's getting in my way. Now, I know I'm not the first human on the planet to face this time management problem. I know that because I see it all over the place. But I'm also one of those smarty pants guys who has figured out how our time works in real life. Yep, that's smart. I am. Just accept it. And it was 180 degrees from what I thought and felt the time was about. Now, pay attention now because we're going to take you on a little bit of a journey here. Not going to go too deep. If you're, well, you'll get it. If you're into what I'm talking about today, you're going to say you're not covering it deep enough. I know that. Just kind of scraping the surface to give you a different perspective, different framing on this. So how you look at time is about to change. First, when you run as fast as possible to get things done, have you noticed how time moves quicker and less gets done? Even worse, with every minute filled, there is never enough time to do what makes your heart sing. Can't do what you love to do, what you want to do, what your bliss is. If you're like me, that will eventually lead to sabotage. Got to go out and blow off some steam. That happens to me sometimes. Still, I try to manage it, but it does happen sometimes. I get caught up in a project. I'm working really hard for a while. I'm like, I got to go buy motorcycle parts. I got to go. Yeah, that's been the latest thing I know. I'm in a pause right now because my wife said we have to save some money for Christmas. It's a never-ending cycle, though. You know, we run. We don't get as much done. We're not doing the things we want to be doing. I don't choose to live in that world. I choose actually to pay attention 100% of the time. We'll talk about that in designing how my day feels and how my time flows. So on the other hand, when we think about this, instead of going fast, when you slow down, when you hold space for yourself and you focus on the results relevant to your goals, time slows down. You get more done. You magically find yourself with lots of free time that you need to fill. You can read a book, you can binge on Netflix, hang out with family, friends. The choice is yours. Let me say that again so you get this first sentence, because sometimes I've been known to talk very quickly, have you noticed? And some of you guys are listening on 1.5. I can't even imagine that. I can't even do that. And I know what I said. Sometimes. Don't always remember, but I kind of know. So, when you slow down, and then you hold space for yourself, what do I mean by that? My Perfect Week Planner talks about holding space. It means taking a chunk of time and say, this is mine. Now, I do it with my clients all the time, sometimes for a day, sometimes for years. In other words, it's very common in my line of work that you, if you were to work with me, that you're caught up in your world. So I need to make a space for you so you can transition yourself and think differently and do different things. I need to make that space for you. And I hold on to that space as long as it takes until you grab control and run with it. And I will tell you, I have done it for years with certain clients. We're in a project right now with one client. It's been a year and a half, still holding that space. And I'm telling her I'm doing it. I'm not letting her go back to who she used to be. I'm holding the space so she can be who she wants to be. So we want to hold the space, and then we want to focus. And we want to look at the results. What do you want your life to feel like? What do you want to do with your time? And are you working on goals that are relevant to that? Time slows down when you do that. You really get stuck in it. You don't even know. I'll sit here sometimes doing what I do. I absolutely love what I do. And it doesn't mean it's always easy. And the people are always nice. Not really. Sometimes it's a rough day. But when I'm in my zone and I'm just focused on the result that I want, I'm doing the things that make my heart sing, the day is forever. Ever. And there's just no stress. It's still great right away. So now, of course, if you read Einstein's special theory of relativity, that's the thing we're not going to go really, really deep in. He determined, you might recall this, Time is relative. In other words, the rate at which time passes depends on your frame of reference. Yes, it goes deeper, but I have to ask you, what is your frame of reference? So in our case, I'm talking about whether you are moving fast or slow. I want to know if you are focused on essential things in life that matter to you. Everything else will disappear when you do. Time will slow down when you do. And you will enjoy your day like you were born to do. So what is the big issue here? What is the biggest challenge? This is a conscious, forced effort to slow things down, to get methodical, to get ritualistic with what you're doing, to allow space to get there. It's a conscious effort. Most people are running so fast, spun up by the world around them. You've got to force yourself to think about this. When you do, you will make so much space. And what's going to happen is you're going to look at the world and you're going to have all day to do stuff. And people are going to say to you, well, how do you have so much time? I said, well, here's my answer. I don't do what you're doing. That's what I do. See, have you learned that basic rule about life yet? When everybody else is doing something, go the other way and do the other thing. Serious. If they're going left, you go right. You'll be okay. I promise you. Don't go with the herd. Go with the leaders. The leaders are always, they go the other way, take the shortcut around, and then lead the pack. That's what they do. All right, you're going to have a great weekend, I'm sure. But coming back on Monday, another great show. We're going to look into, I'm going to ask you a question. I'll let you think about this over the weekend. Are you acting like a happy person? I know you want to be happy. I know you say you're happy, but are you acting like one? Think about that over the weekend. We'll do that show on Monday. In the meantime, join me at Facebook. I will check in over the weekend while I'm visiting my mom. I mean, she's 91. What can I do? I can't. It's like, who knows? dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. Need a book? Get my gratitude book. Go to dailygratitudeboost.com. It's a great gift, especially for guys this time of year. See you Monday.